According to the WHO, the continent is seeing a decline of COVID-19 testing rates. While COVID-19 cases have declined across the continent since the peak of the Omicron-driven fourth wave in early January 2022, vaccination coverage remains far behind the rest of the world, with only 15.6% of the population fully vaccinated.
To shed light on the importance of the current visit by Rwandan President Paul Kagame to Egypt, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Ambassador Hussein Hareedy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ambassador Hareedy, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, madam.
Sir, how do you weigh the timing of the visit by Rwandan President Kagame to Egypt?
Well, I personally believe that this is an important visit. President Paul Kagame has made quite progress during his leadership of his country, and I guess it goes to the mutual interest of both Egypt and Rwanda to consolidate and to expand on their relations. On the other hand, we rely on Rwanda in order to make our case as far as the Renaissance Dam is concerned, to make our well taken in Africa, and it would help in our diplomatic efforts to reach a satisfactory solution to the differences concerning the Renaissance Dam.
Yes. Sir, how would you describe here the level of ties between Cairo and Kigali?
Well, of course, historically speaking, the countries were very, very close. We have, long time ago, we had supported the fight for independence, the struggle for independence of the Rwanda, as well as Burundi. And of course, I guess the visit of President Paul Kagame to Cairo opens a new chapter in the relations with his country.
Yes. Actually, during the visit, Cairo tackled the Ethiopian dam negotiations, sir, rejecting any unilateral measure, stressing on the necessity to reach a legal and binding agreement. How important is it to seek a joint stance in this regard?
Well, when we speak about the Renaissance, Ethiopia, and our relations with Africa, of course, we need to take into account the fact that Africa shows solidarity as far as finding solutions to the problems and questions facing all African countries. So it's not, as far as I'm concerned, it's not winning allies on our side facing Ethiopia, but working with Ethiopia and our African partners in order to find a satisfactory solution to the existing differences concerning the Renaissance Dam. And I personally believe that through this method, we will arrive at a satisfactory solution, madam.
Yes. Actually, the two sides agreed to coordinate stances on regional issues of mutual concern. Sir, what common challenges here are facing Cairo and Kigali from your point of view?
Well, in fact, these are African problems, madam, facing not only Egypt and Rwanda and Burundi, but all African countries, particularly in the context of two destabilizing developments in the international scene in the last 3 years. The first one, of course, is the COVID-19 and the negative consequences economically, financially, health-wise, that it has had on all African countries, Egypt and Rwanda included. The second development, which is more dangerous, is of course the fallout of the war in Ukraine on food security and energy crisis for almost all African countries. And in this framework, madam, we have to take into consideration the fact, and it's a very sad fact, that most of the African countries highly indebted countries. They are the least among the least developed countries in the world. So, as a matter of fact, African countries are facing very, very serious challenges, madam.
Yes. Sir, promoting trade relations and boosting economic partnerships top the agenda of the talks as well. How important is it to boost the trade ties among the African states, especially in the time of the repercussions of the COVID-19?
Well, when we speak about trade among African countries, of course, our ambitions are very high. But the realities on the ground still need to be developed in order to increase the volume of trade among African countries. What I have in mind, madam, to give you one example, the infrastructure.
Yes.
Whether we are speaking about roads or air routes or ports. So we have, these are challenges, and African countries and the African Union are very well aware of this. And as a matter of fact, there is a program, there is a very ambitious program the African Union is implementing, and it's known under the heading of infrastructure development. And I guess Egypt, we have a lot of experience in this aspect. And we can share, and we are willing to share our experience in the development of our own infrastructure with all African countries. And of course, there are other challenges. The digitization. Now, the question facing the Africans is the following: are we going to develop ourselves according to means and methods that dated to 30 years ago? Or are we going to sharpen a course to develop trade among ourselves based on new methods, new techniques, and new technology? And then there is, of course, the information technology and how we can spread the use of information technology across Africa.
Indeed, Ambassador Hussein Hareedy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Always a pleasure to listen to your very precious input, sir. Thank you very much for being our guest for today. And with this, our dear viewers, we come to the end of this edition of Africa Today. Many thanks for watching.